Hi, everybody. Um, I'm doing a live because I was beaten up by three male white cops on January 29th, and Facebook keeps on stopping my post from coming through. Um, I was beaten up and left in my mother's nightie that she used to wear 23 years ago before she passed away. I had no panties, no pants on. I was dragged out of my house. No Miranda's read. I was held in a chair, a beige chair in the courthouse in Kenosha, Wisconsin, where I'm living now. But right now I'm in a secret location. Um, but I do have to live in my car. Um, I was paying my rent on time. The eviction was not legal. Um, I had if I would have still been in the apartment now, I would have 8 more months. Um, they stomped on my head. They gave me, they gave me contusions all over my body. I have blunt force trauma to my abdomen and my chest. They could have cracked my skull a little bit over here. I have a bruise on my head underneath that's this big on this side of my head. I thought my eardrum was busted, but it's the blood for it to heal the bruise. That I could hear whoosh 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 in my ear. I need justice. A whole bunch of us of this skin tone needs justice. Now, I was disrespected in such a way. I've been celibate for 4 years, so I should have never been beat up to where the shirt was hiked over my private parts, to where these men that are not really my preference can see me like that. Then they wheeled me in for 15 deputies to look at me, male deputies to look at me in the same light, and didn't put me in a jumpsuit or process and book me. They kept me in the chair in the chamber, and across the way I saw a male holding cell too. Yeah, I'm a strong will. Yeah, I am independent because I had to do it for myself. I was always the black sheep, so I decided to be set apart and just a child of God, and that's it. I connect better with those that are connected with the Most High, and these men were not. A lot of cops are not. I know this because I have a father that's a CO. I have a brother that's a CO. And they both were not the best people to grow up around. They weren't good role models. And they definitely were not good to their women. They kept me in this 24-hour holding, and then they went and wrote up a bond paper about me stating that I assaulted them and spat on them. When they put me in the car, in their squad car from my home, without giving me my bag, my ID, my car keys, anything, a ambulance pulled up behind me, and I wasn't dressed. They weren't sending me to a nut house saying that they found me walking on the street like that or something like that, because they lie. And they were ready to lie. I started spitting in the back of the squad car. I didn't spit on a cop, but I spat all over the back of that squad car to leave my DNA, because it was Sarah Blandish what they did. After I spat in the back of the squad car, the ambulance left. Then the cops drove me into the courthouse on Sheridan Road in Kenosha, they drove me into the 2 white double doors. Before they drove me into there, they put a cloth bag over my head and put me in the beige chair. Then wheeled me straight in. I didn't have to wait or anything between those 2 first doors. They wheeled me straight in. When they wheeled me straight in, 15 male cops were waiting for me in this little shirt. It was very uncomfortable. I know how those women felt on those slave ships getting raped by these people. They put me in holding. They strapped my armpits to the point that I had grooves of the straps in me. That's how tight they had me in these chairs. And in this chamber, to me, it looked like a gas chamber. And it had 2 vials on the side of the chair. And I know the chair was like a beigeish tan color. And they left me there for 24 hours. And when they had me in there, that's when they drew up the bond paper where the lady that moved me into the apartment, Heather, something with an H last name, she moved me into the apartment. She's down with Crest Capital Management. Jimmy, the guy that lived upstairs from me, he's a stalker. Very harassful to me. For me to be harassed, it's crazy. I had my separate entrance into the building to where my apartment was on the floor, on the ground floor. So from the street, I opened up my door and go in. Everybody else in the building had to go into the main building and go up the stairs or the elevator or whatever. I had my own entrance. So I really stayed to myself. So there's no way that I could have been harassing somebody unless if they were harassed in a different, hot and bothered more so than harassed. But nobody should ever have to go through trauma because of somebody else looking outside their life, wanting to make changes in another person's life. The best change that you could make if you want to make changes in somebody else's life is to change your direction and get away from them. Give them the right to their space to be themselves. It makes life easier for you. It's too much work to try to change somebody if you don't make the change within yourself first. And for them guys to beat me up like that, that's not going to change me to a preference to want them to be with me. It now makes me really not want to even think to go outside of me to date when I am ready to get back into that, which I don't think I want to at this point, because that was crazy. Like, I believe it had to be Jimmy. Jimmy, Shaivo. It had to be him and his plan, because he just could not stay out of his window. Like they were both like Norman Bates. His mother has silvery gray hair, and he's just Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they sit in the window all day, creepy, like Norman Bates. You know what I'm saying? And his mama, like, he was real creepy. So I'm not staying and being held hostage in Kenosha, Wisconsin. I'm from New York City. And I'm heading to Arizona. Everybody that knows me from New York knows that I want to live in Arizona, and that's where I'm going. So I really, if anybody knows a criminal lawyer that can come to Wisconsin, an advocate, or anything that can help me get away from these lying people. My name is not Emmett Till, but I do represent him because he's my brother. My name is not Sarah Bland, but I do represent her because she's my sister. All right. My name is not Huey P. Newton, Malcolm X. Those are my mentors, if anything. Okay. There's a great injustice going on. And the first injustice goes with self. If people would dig into more of knowing thyself, you would not have to hurt nobody. Nobody should have to feel shame. I'm not ashamed of what they did to me. It just makes me aware of what they're capable of doing when you're not even paying attention to them. And as for Facebook looking at my posts and feeling a certain way, I really feel a certain way. And I think people should be able to speak their truth. So this way it might stop. If you know, maybe something can be done. If you're not aware of your mistakes, you're going to keep on doing it. That was horrible. I am 46 years old. My next decade is 50. Why do I have a criminal report? Because some cop wanted to beat me up? Because I don't have a preference for him? That's what I think it's about. So, as a woman, just the mother of nations, because that's what us women are. We are the wormholes that bring you into life. As a woman, I should have been treated better. As a woman, I deserve justice. I'm not a birthing parent. I serve a big purpose and a big job here. Just by playing the role of my XX chromosome in this world. As should every woman get respect. So this way the men will know how to respect women when they grow up. Because the woman will respect herself in front of her child. If she's given that. You can't blame somebody without blaming yourself first for whatever happens. Now, as for this situation, I could blame those 3 cops. And Heather H., Roxanne, whatever her last name is, with the skis and all the German stuff. And Officer Cox and Officer Laboratory, I can blame them for what I'm going through right now. And I don't have to sit and look in my Rolodex to see who I did this to that I'm getting karma back from. Because I don't roll like that. Never did. I'm quite boring for a guy. Because I like to play it by the book. And I'm not going to be your prostitute or your whore or your friends, whatever that these guys think they could do today to us women, because women allow it. Y'all are aspiring to be strippers. And don't get me wrong, the situation I'm in, who knows? I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to do for me. And I'm going to get up out of this. Somehow. Because God knows my truth. So even at the end of the day, I still know where I'm going. And I'm the wheat. I'm not the chaff. I brazen in the sun. I get brazen in the sun. And I've been last for a long time. So I know that I have a top. I'm in one of those. I'm one of the first on that line. That's how I look at it when I walk this earth now. That's how dirty this beautiful face has been treated on this earth. So I have a right to be the way I am and being standoffish and isolated. But I don't have a right to be treated like dirt. Because I don't do that to people. I give them good pointers. I share. I care. I love deep. I got passion that some people can't even understand because they never even understood how to love themselves enough to love me. That's that black dysfunction we got. That's from our ancestors being tampered with and angry. Enough is enough. When we gonna get back to the earth? When we gonna get back to the Most High? When we gonna get back to love thy neighbor and love yourself and love your God? I love you. Love and light. Please love me back. I need some help. I know about racism. Now I'm part of it. And I gotta get pushed under the rug? No. No. I'm mom. I'm sister. I'm auntie. I'm grandma. I'm girlfriend. I'm wifey. I'm daughter. I'm granddaughter. That's who I am. I love deep. Just because I'm not around people don't mean I don't love them. I just know how they love me. And it's not healthy for me. Have a good night. I'm homeless and I live in my car and I don't want to because I pay my rent and I do what I have to do. I always had a good job. And they're stifling me from working because of this criminal record. Please help me. Please. If I don't ask, how would I receive? People don't have to ask me over and over again to do things for them. And they don't got to beg me. If I got it, they got it. That's how I do. If I fell short, that's how God do. Because maybe maybe it's just how he wanted it. This is not my karma. And I will not sow something like that to reap something like this. I don't want to carry that cross. It's not mine. And these people don't have the heart of the person that I would pick that cross up and carry it for. I'm in pain, even though you can't see it. But I'm Maia Leonard. And I always spoke highly and had authority in my voice or something. I don't know what to call it. But I don't want to beat around the bush for people. I want to come out straight and tell you what it is. Because beating around the bush is only playfooting. Life is real. That's all we have is life. I'm dying to live every day while people are living to die every day and trying to have me join them. I'm trying to have y'all join me too, but it's boring. That's not where they want to be. It's loony. It's this, that, third. It works for me. And it draws y'all to me. Obviously. If you're not about it, we can't be about it. That, what they did to me, was trash. That was crazy. God knows how many other women go through it here like that. Because these women are not even responsive to what I'm going through. They act like they're used to it. Oh no, this ain't where I belong. Not at all. But I do belong here on this earth, because when all those millions of sperms went out of that sack into my mama, I'm the only one that made it. So I've been accepted. I've been accepted. I deserve better. I'm worth more than what they try to make me. And you can't make somebody anything if you don't know them. And to know them, you'd have to dig into yourself first, if you never spoke to them before. Love and light. Namaste. God bless. And just be love. Ashe.